came to the Indigenous Art Park with the intention of immersing myself in a linguistic landscape unfamiliar to me. But as soon as I arrived, I realized this experience wasn't just about language, it was about perspective, about what it means to be an outsider looking in. The snow covered the entire park, concealing much of its natural beauty, but the signs stood out. They were written in multiple languages, including English, but it was just the Indigenous scripts that caught my attention first. At first, I tried to decipher them without looking at the translations. I analyzed the shapes, the symbols, searching for familiarity, for patterns. But to me, they weren't words. They just looked like a bunch of shapes in a line, each carrying deep meaning for someone else, but completely inaccessible to me. That realization left me feeling detached, much like how technology can overwhelm us with data without context, offering access to knowledge but not necessarily understanding. This experience reminded me of I, Robot, not in the futuristic sci-fi sense, but in the way it explores control and understanding. Before reading the translations, I had no control over my comprehension. I had to sit with uncertainty, much like Detective Spooner, who struggles with his distrust of machines. Just as he hesitates to accept AI as more than programmed responses, I hesitated to accept the translations at face value, knowing from my own experiences that something always gets lost when meaning is mediated by a system rather than direct experience. Reading the English text helped, but it felt distant, as though something was missing. The words were there, but did I truly understand them? I tried to use online translation platforms too, but it didn't get me anywhere. Some phrases made sense, but others felt disjointed, as if they were translated word for word rather than in full meaning. It reminded me of post-humanism and how technology alters our perception of knowledge. We rely on machines to bridge gaps in understanding, but do they truly connect us, or do they only give us the illusion of comprehension? This experience also brought me to nihilism. If we create meaning ourselves, then isn't translation just another way of shaping that meaning? In I, Robot, Vicky believes that controlling humanity is the best way to protect it, but control isn't the same as connection. Similarly, just because I could read the words didn't mean I fully grasped their significance. Understanding isn't just about knowing the right words, it's about engaging with the culture, the history, and the people behind them. I leave this experience with more questions than answers. I came here seeking clarity, but perhaps the most valuable lesson was in confronting the limits of translation. Technology, for all its power, can't always bridge the gap between words and meaning.